What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big Boy Talk. Tonight, we're going to be talking to you about the NFL. We're going to get into that. Can the Ravens make the Super Bowl? How deep of a run can the Panthers make? And much, much more. But first off, we got to get to my
You funny.
co-host. We got to get to my boys. Mr. J, how's it going, sir?
Good man. I moved all my equipment upstairs closer to the Wi-Fi. Cause after I streamed last night, that shit was so far behind. And shit, B was talking about something I said about 5 minutes ago. It was in the chat. But can we all stop and appreciate Reg with the freshest cut I ever seen in my life?
I had to clean it up a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? So,
freshest cut in the history.
The kid coming home tomorrow, so I had to clean it up.
Right. But nah, man, today's been good.
Clean it up so you can get some cut.
Cover up.
Just keeping it real.
What the missus return home today?
Well, I'm picking him up from the airport tomorrow night.
Oh, that's why a little something. He's like, I'm leaving here with something.
Hey, Jay, did he tell you what time the pickup is?
Nope.
Oh yeah, the pickup late. I ain't picking him up for like midnight, bro. They don't get in from the flight till midnight.
Like, you make sure the kids are going to bed. You can turn right back into her. No, you
right at that time. Ain't nothing open but legs.
Get back. Hopefully, kids pass right out. You know what it is from there. You know what it is from there. Right? I know, right? But Mr. Ghost, what about you, sir? How's your week been? Plus, if I'm not mistaken, you won a Dodge Charger that you may or may not give away. Pretty much sitting outside.
I may or may not issue in a trade of divorce for freedom.
Okay. Listen, it sounds like we all coming up on a good week. I'm still going through, my different things I'm going through, but we all here, we all smiling. Right. That means it's about to be a good Friday evening.
Definitely.
So how should we let's get right down to business, right? Oh, and of course, my peoples, just so y'all don't think I'm bullcrapping, yes, I have SmackDown on in the background. I watch it every single week. I'm consistent. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, right? And what would be your big surprise in the NFL this season? What would catch you off guard that you'll just be like, I never saw that coming? And how much of a possibility you think it is of happening?
The Cowboys been the number one seed in NFC. 3.75%.
He said 3.7. That is terrible. That is a terrible percentage. But I think you're kind of underestimating the Cowboys a bit. I feel like the Cowboys have a shot at being a decent team.
But the best in the NFC?
Not necessarily the best in the NFC, but I think it can. Hold on, they can technically end up the best in the NFC by default. Because if you look at the rest of those divisions in the NFC, there's a lot of competition there at the top. So if you get them to if the Cowboys can kind of float by and let the other teams kind of destroy themselves, you can end up with something good. Jay, I don't know what you got on in the background, but we can hear it. It's not good. No, you good. I don't care about hearing it. I just don't want YouTube to be like, nah, y'all can't play this.
I'm like YouTube, you can't even see it. So what's the point? It's like damn near listening to radio.
That's true. So, I do the same thing with SmackDown at times. So
Cowboys gotta get past.
You can hear it. You can't see it.
Jaden Daniels twice, and the other divisions that they got to play.
So that's the one. That's the one thing I think. Well, I think Jaden Daniels will get in their way. I don't think the Giants are a problem for them. Um, and then obviously you got the Eagles. Again, if Washington and Philly can kind of wash each other out, the Cowboys could kind of float up there. But I don't think it's gonna happen. No, I'll stick to your 3%. I mean, I would prefer to give them like a 30% chance. But
I mean,
yeah,
the Eagles, the Packers, Commanders twice. They gotta play the Broncos, who were actually
they got a heck of a schedule. They got a heck of a schedule.
Right. The Chiefs, the Lions, the Chargers, the Vikings.
It's an uphill climb.
They're gonna need an uphill fight for that one.
We got Queen J. I mean Queen K in the building. She was ready to yell at you over the noise in the background. Look at that. About to get in trouble.
Yeah, like that's my fault. Knowing I got 2 kids downstairs. Hell, I'm kind of glad it's
saying Queen J.
Hey man, I told you I don't mind. I just didn't know what it was, so I didn't know if it was gonna be cursing and whatnot.
No, man, they watching something weird.
Like we get kicked off the air and all that.
You know what kids watch these days, little Minecraft or watching other kids open doors or play video games and shit, which I don't understand, but there go on.
Jay, give me your big surprise of the season.
My big surprise,
or your biggest long shot of the season.
My biggest long shot: the Lions make the Super Bowl without their offensive coordinator Ben Johnson.
So you think they're gonna fall off without that coordinator?
No, I think they're gonna make the Super Bowl without him.
Oh, you think they make Super Bowl? Okay, all right. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a long shot. They got a good team. They got it.
We all knew Ben Johnson that was making shit happen, making Jared Goff look like a top 5 quarterback.
Now that's downstairs. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
That means your walls is butt naked. Pause. But it's just the sound just echoing all through there. It's crazy when B just put his head down. He's like,
so that means whenever I was, it means the neighbors could probably hear it. It was that loud from downstairs. Man,
they said, I bet the neighbors know my name.
Zeke.
Let's give Zeke Okage still the best name in YouTube history.
Your favorite dog in trouble.
I bet the neighbors know my name. James was like, yeah, they know my name. They know me. He said the missus came by. They used to wave at me when I walk outside. Now when I walk outside, they're like, hey, Jay, how's it going today?
Nobody called you.
Stop yelling at the dog.
But I heard dog, so I thought you were talking about me.
Jared, what is good?
Also, how was your birthday, though? How was your birthday, Mr.
Yeah,
B?
yo, look, right on it. Got to ask the question before I did. How was your birthday? Did you celebrate, and did you celebrate big?
And did you celebrate at nighttime?
You know what I'm saying? Did you get slapped with some? Never mind. Never mind. That almost went way left field. Yeah, I had to get cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? I had to get cleaned up.
For a reason.
I was looking like a hobo last week. When you look at the mirror and say, what is this? It's time to go do something about it. I had to fight with it. I couldn't even, I was at a point this morning before I went to the barber. I was trying to comb my joint out, and the comb was like, nah. It's bad when you go through it and they go, yeah. I gotta
that shit get stuck like.
Yep. He's like, nah, I gotta go. I gotta make an appointment immediately. He ate some good food and relaxed. You know what? That sounds like a fire birthday to me, man.
That's good.
Fire birthday to me. So We got Bazel saying Cowboys end up number one in the NFC is the longest shot of long shots in the history of life.
3.75%. Let's be clear.
3.75%. Mr. J says it's a long shot, but it'll be a big surprise if the Lions make the Super Bowl without their OC. Now,
Your old OC. Yeah.
for me, people gonna come after me for this one.
The Steelers win the Super Bowl? What?
Hell no.
No.
Not with that old line.
But possibly with what I'm about to say. Aaron Rodgers has the MVP season. Aaron Rodgers has the MVP season.
Injury actor Aaron Rodgers.
Just imagine, like, for me, because I've been telling everybody, he had last year one of the lowest yards per throw averages in the league. I believe he only averaged like 6.7 yards per pass. He still put up good numbers because he had good receivers out there in New York that was catching the ball and then picking up yards after the fact. So he still put up some very, very good numbers, but I don't see him as an elite quarterback. So not anymore, at least. So my surprise would be Aaron Rodgers putting up MVP worthy numbers and being in the running for that MVP award. Now tell me what's gonna be your breakout? Who's gonna be your breakout this year? Who's gonna catch the NFL by surprise and break out? Like this is my year.
Mike Penix.
I think we can all agree on that one. I know I do. As much as Jay is not going to agree on it, and he's going to hate it. Mike Penix, I think, is set up in Atlanta to succeed.
Are you saying Jay's a hater?
I'm saying Jay is a Panthers fan. I'm saying Jay is a hardcore Panthers fan. Oh, we got it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, we already got some great people in here. You know what I'm saying? Some fellow YouTubers like Jay. Go check out his channel if you haven't. Right? Jared or Love Agree. But we got a legend in the building right here, too. There's a few legends we know out here on YouTube, and this is one of them, the Rogue Pod. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe. The man drops fire content on the regular, and we'll be back to live streaming one of the hottest shows on Sundays.
And he just dropped the video today.
And
37 minutes ago.
Look at that. I don't even think I got that alert. YouTube is doing me dirty. I don't know.
And do you see the fire? And do you see the fire logo? This man be changing logos willy-nilly.
Right?
He's like, nah, I'm bored with this one.
This man is the logo master.
I thought that was Steph Curry.
The logo master. So Jay, Mr. Ghost says Michael Penix has a breakout season. He ends up the man.
No.
Do you agree?
No.
Who gonna stop him?
We are.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's only 2 games though.
That's only 2 games. Okay.
That's only 2 games. You know what I mean? I think so. I don't know if you've seen it yet. Coach Sip the Tally Films, Coach Evans, his ranking, Falcons ranked number 13. 12.
Way above. Almost twice the spots.
Which is dog.
Falcons ranked number 12.
Crazy work.
Who was the Panthers number 34?
34 is crazy. With only 32 teams in the league.
I'm just saying, we talk about a team with potential. Like I'm saying, we don't know what the Bucs can do on defense. They damn near win all defense in this draft. So really, a lot of rookies. You know what I'm saying? A lot of their defensive pieces were injured last year. So again, potential still there. Michael Penix, we don't know when he can pull a full season. Never seen it. You know what I'm saying? But we do know. I'll give the Falcons credit. Greg Ludden, Bijan Robinson. I gave up on Kyle Pitts. Every time I drafted him in fantasy, that man has let me down.
Listen, he's needed a quarterback. That Falcons team has been missing. I don't care if they had Kirk Cousins.
But I'm saying Kirk, they had Kirk James.
But you know how I feel about
Kirk is only good for throwing to Justin Jefferson 190 times a year.
Kirk is the biggest thief in the NFL.
He is.
And ain't nobody gonna change my mind on that. The biggest thief in the NFL with all the guaranteed contracts he's gotten, and
that nobody complains about.
Delivered.
Nobody ever says anything. When they say guaranteed contracts, they always say, "Oh, Deshaun Watson got one. Kirk Cousins got 3."
Somebody after one, then it's a problem.
Yeah,
yeah.
But for him, my boy walk in the door and be like, "I'll come here for 2 years if it's fully guaranteed."
No, bro. I need to get in touch with Kirk Chain's agent, bro. I know that man just set for life. His kids' colleges paid for off that 3% or whatever agent fee.
Hey, Hendo, I just peeped. You said you free this weekend, so does that mean we get a stream this weekend?
And with whom?
And with whom? Whom are you streaming with? You got 2 options now. You see B down there. I ain't gonna no comment.
Get a little hot over there for you, Hendo. Nah. Old girl said she's gonna make sure you stream. Do I need to what do they call that? What do they call it on Twitter? Is it considered a DM still?
Yolanda did not. When did Yolanda quit on us? I see you trying to switch the subject though. We're gonna get back to you in a second. But I don't think Yolanda quit on us. I think she took a little time off and she's coming back. Everybody takes their time off. You know what I mean? But she also was in the process of moving from Baltimore back down to Florida, so it's understandable. You know what I mean? That's a whole lot of stuff you got to move all the way down across the country. So I understand that. Now, you do have other co-hosts to bring with you. Now I know you ain't. You know, I know B will fight it, but he'll do it. B has to be one of the most clutch, like people you can go to out there. He be on everybody's stream. B is he's world renowned. Okay. Yes, she did take 6 months off. She did. She has been settled. Yeah, I agree. But I think, like a lot of people, she's been waiting for that for the football season to come around. I'm just saying, this weekend will be a beautiful time, and you got the co-host to choose from. Okay, I'm sure they both available. You know what I'm saying? And we got one of my co-hosts to do it too. Be a jump on the stream with you too. And it could be you, B, and
all day.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be you and B. And who said they was only doing videos? That's a lie. That's a lie. I didn't hear nobody say they was only doing videos. But it'll be interesting. If I have to press that person about it, I will. Because I don't like being lied to. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know Yolanda ain't say that.
Yeah.
She actually likes live streaming, so I know she ain't say that.
He said I have to make sure man say.
He got receipts. He got receipts. He got receipts. All right, you got receipts, then you win. I don't even need to see it. Once you say
he also said he could talk Yolanda into anything if he needed to. So
this is true. This is very true. Okay, so the Panthers. Let me get your record for the Panthers this year, Jason. You think y'all gonna be the ones to stop Michael Penix? And I do believe y'all have a good team. I honestly do like y'all team.
We're buddy. I'll say I'll give look. I'm going to turn down the optimism a little bit. You know what I'm saying? What's good,
Osmer?
But was it about us? Oh, I'll say we at least win 9 games. We at least win at least 9 games, and we don't get swept in the division. We at least go either 1-1 or 2-2-0, but no 0-2.
So here's my question though, because you say the Falcons are going to be relying on potential for this season.
They are.
Don't you feel you guys are doing the same thing?
Correct.
Now, y'all beefed up that offensive line.
You been did that.
Bryce had a way better season last year than he did in his rookie year.
Correct.
But you're relying on a lot of potential at wide receiver.
You are.
You're relying on a lot of hope that the running backs can repeat what they did before with 1,000 yards rushing.
You got 2 of them.
And then, I know, and you're hoping they can repeat that success.
Okay.
And defense, there's a lot of question marks.
Yes. I'm just saying.
Question marks.
I'm just saying the fact that, pretty much, I'll say this. I'll say the Falcons and Panthers kind of mirror each other as far as potential. But the fact that Coach put him up there at 13 and us at 32, that's the bullshit I'm trying to figure out.
Well, so as you've seen how Coach does his rankings, he ranks not just the team, he ranks by position. So he feels that the Falcons obviously have more strength at certain positions than you guys do. Like I would say I'd give the nudge to the Falcons at wide receiver over you guys. I'd give the nudge to the Falcons at tight end over you guys.
I can't do that.
I have to, dude. Like who y'all got at tight end?
Kyle Pitts hasn't done nothing. All right.
Kyle Pitts has proven that he can do stuff though. If he has a guy that can deliver the ball. Whereas y'all don't have a guy that I'm not looking at y'all tight end list and saying, oh, he a threat. I think y'all best threat was Hayden Hurst, and y'all let him go.
First of all, Hayden Hurst forgot who he was. Did you not remember that? That's why we let him go.
That's true. I'm not disagreeing. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I understand why he got let go. But I said at the time, I looked at y'all tight end room, and to me, he was the biggest threat. But now he's gone. I mean, you guys were bringing in guys that never touched the football field to test out at tight end.
This way, you got to play immediately. That's what I like about Dan. You see how somebody dream and then pull the rug underneath them at the last minute. He done made all his Instagram posts, or whatever. Then he said he saw how he moved off, got off the line, and said, "Yeah, that was a mistake, my boy."
And then I'd also to give the Falcons. Sorry, B. I'm gonna get back to you in a second because I see you. I know you itching to let loose on this one. I also get the Falcons the running back position over y'all because I think Bijan Robinson's better than everything y'all got, unless Trevor Etienne breaks out like I think he's going to. Go ahead, Mr. Ghost.
I mean, I got Carolina with the defensive tackles, corners, and the offensive line.
There we go.
They definitely got
that means you're going Atlanta with the linebackers, the edge rushers, and the safeties.
I mean, corners and safeties.
I mean,
they got us with the safeties. Jesse Bases.
The air defense for Carolina is better than Atlanta's.
Okay, so you're taking the Panthers' defensive backfield over Atlanta's.
Yeah,
I think I'll take Atlanta's safeties over Carolina's, but you're right. The teams pretty much mirror each other.
That's what I'm saying.
Young pass rushers may be better than the Panthers' young pass rushers.
Now, the coach did say he took the positional rankings, not necessarily by eye test, because a lot of teams that ended up tied, and coach was like, by my eye test, the Patriots are definitely not as good as this team.
Yes.
So the Patriots took 14 and the other team took 13.
Yeah. And that's understandable. Go ahead, Jay. Sorry.
I'm saying I'm looking at their depth chart right now, and the only wide receiver Drake London, you know what, he's been there, done that. He's improved. He had somewhat of a breakout season. But who's scared of Ray McLeod and Darren Mooney?
So first off,
Mooney's actually pretty good for the receiver.
We're not gonna act like we haven't heard Darren Mooney make plays, bro. You ain't gonna do that. And Ray McLeod was a whole scene just a year or two ago. He's been a whole scene for the last few years, whether it be returning kicks or taking short plays the distance for touchdowns. The dude makes plays. He's fast and he makes plays.
All I know, I got 18 over at least Mooney and McLeod. I don't care how fast they are.
What's up, Jose?
I just know he Mr. Reliable with these. Not with speed, but with these.
No, I hear that. We got one half a lunch break hot take, the hottest show that airs on Wednesday, 7 something every Wednesday, EST, somewhere between 7 and 8. You will find lunch break hot take.
Between 7 and 8, y'all. Not, I must have between 8 o'clock now. Brian ain't falling for that shit. Hold on. 8 o'clock.
Hey, listen. I'm a mod over there, all right? On Wednesdays, we don't question them because I will kick you up out the chat. All right. I don't play no games. Okay. Right. But it's one of the hottest shows out there. I love the show. Tuning in. Man, I'm telling you, between LBHT, Coach Evans, Hendo, I mean, we got our community has some of the best YouTubers out there and best content out there by far. And you could just listen and watch for hours and you're guaranteed to get your laugh on and have a good time. I absolutely love it. And so to talk about your Panthers, I understand why you obviously think your team is that much better than the Falcons.
I ain't gonna say that much better. I just want some more respect. I just want a little bit more respect.
A little bit more respect. Okay.
That's all I ask, bro.
On paper, us looking at it, we say that's going to be an interesting game. Panthers versus Falcons should be a fun game to watch both times this year. In coaches' rankings, it says Falcons is going to whoop the Panthers tail. And they shouldn't even be talking about.
I won't lie. I will never say that. Look, even in the Julio Jones decade, I knew what was going to happen, but I never said it.
Yeah, but you know what? Y'all had Julius Peppers and all that time. So like when the Falcons had Mike Vick, y'all had Julius Peppers. So y'all always had somebody to counter. The question is this year, do you guys have the person to counter? I think it's always been that way where the Falcons have had an offensive weapon and you've had the defensive weapon to counter. And then vice versa. Panthers would have the offensive weapon and the Falcons would have the defensive weapon to counter. Now, it seems like both teams are just going to be relying on a powerful, high-scoring offense rather than having that, because unless one of your young guys break out, we're looking at what would be two average defenses. And that's not a bad thing because there's some real bad defenses out there. So having an average defense can get you to a Super Bowl as long as you can put up the points.
All right.
That's when the question becomes, can these two teams put up the points with the other teams in the NFC, like the Vikings, the Packers, the Eagles, Washington? Now, I know a couple of people say Washington's going to fall off this year, sophomore slump for the QB. I don't think so. I think Washington's a stacked enough team that they'll still be there. They might not make as deep of a run as they did last year. Heck, they might even miss the playoffs by a game. But I think they're still there coming towards the end of the season where if they miss, it's going to be that final game of the season that decides it. I don't see them as a team that falls that far down off the map. And in your own division, the Saints, who coach also ranked higher than you, obviously, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're not even talking about those teams as far as what they bring to the table and defensively and offensively. Although the Saints, I look at the Saints and I actually think they're one of the worst teams in the league.
I'm about to say, first of all, until the Saints can figure out the QB situation, I don't even want to talk about them. But as far as the Bucs, you know what? We gotta beat them. We gotta beat them because they've been dog walking the division for the past 2-3 years. So
I guess that's gonna be up to if Mike Evans and Baker can stay on the up and up.
Mrs. Reg, how you doing?
Things flowing. Hello, gorgeous.
You see what your man did for you? Yes. Hold on. There we go. There we
Yeah, there you go. Oh, she saw me earlier. We was on video talking earlier. You know, the boy went and got cleaned up.
And called her right away.
Got cleaned up.
He didn't get the hair off the back of his shirt. He was on video call.
Hey, listen.
When the barber said, bang, 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 bang.
Yo, listen, immediately.
He hit that baby like Jodeci.
Immediately. Sadly, though, she didn't pick up. She didn't have her phone. My daughter had the phone.
Yeah, he had to begin an All My Life plan. She ain't even pick up.
You know what I'm saying? Didn't even pick up. But it's all good. Because when she called back, she's like, oh, you gotta give it a look. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she knows waiting for her.
Ooh, shit. Ooh,
there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Hey, Red, she might let you hold something. You better be ready.
Hey. So we get off subject. We do that a lot. But that's what this show is all about. Having a good time while chatting it up and taking care of business at the same time. B, what do you think is going to happen as far as his division goes? Lay it out for us. Who's winning it? Who's coming in last?
Hold on. Pause. Speaking of,
Yolanda, we heard from
exactly. Hold on.
That you're not doing no more live streams. We need a reply quickly, please. And how are you doing?
Yes, Hendo did say
he got receipts.
Hendo said he got receipts that you said you were no longer live streaming, that you will be sticking to just videos. And he said he got receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Her response is that person is dishonest. Hendo, where you at? Oh, you out, G. Fake news.
Aga Hendo has struck.
Oh man. Hendo, you get called out. Just saying. I was just saying, because Hendo said he's got nothing to do this weekend. I was saying it would be a perfect weekend for him to hop on and give us a live stream. And I think he's trying to fight it. So give me your order, B. Give me your order. What's your order for the NFC South?
I got Bucks winning it, but it is a weaker division. So I do have Carolina winning enough games to get that wild card spot, one of those 3 wild card spots.
No, I'll take that.
Falcons will be right behind them.
Inhale.
The Falcons going to be 1 game behind Carolina, just 1 game behind Carolina, and the Saints. Well, they're probably going to get curb stomped by all 6 teams in the division. So their record at least is going to be 10 losses.
They're going to get the number one pick. There you go. Just to sum that up. They're going to get Arch Manning.
So, Jay, don't be bad at me on this, man. I know you about to be upset with me. I know you. I know you're gonna be upset with me. But before I address it, Miss Yolanda says that her and Hendo are live streaming tomorrow. This is breaking news. So please tune in to Ravens Talk with Yolanda and the Rogue Pod tomorrow. If y'all can give me a time, I would definitely say the time. I don't have the time yet. I think they're still going over that.
Let me get my Henny margaritas ready.
So I have the Falcons winning the division. I think the Bucks fall off and have a worse year than people playing. And I think the Panthers do come in second. And here's the crazy thing. I have the Falcons beating you as the reason why they win the division.
Oh, that come out to like a last game standoff, winner gets
in. It's going to be the type of thing. It's going to come down. I think y'all split the games 1-1, but I think the Falcons end up with. I think you end up splitting with the Bucks, and the Falcons sweep the Bucks. That type situation, and I think all the teams sweep the Saints.
Okay.
And I think that's what gives them the leg up over you guys, because you probably finish with the same record, but that ends up the deciding factor for me. That's what I see, right? And that's not even necessarily because of them being better than you guys, I think it's a schedule situation. I think the schedule plays in their favor, and they end up, But you guys, the crazy thing is, I think the thing that threw me for a loop with the fact that you guys ended up 32nd ranked on coaches, I keep bringing it up. It gets making him mad every time I bring it up. With the fact that you guys ended up 32nd ranked, I think the thing that bothered me the most about it was you guys were in every game last year. You were in pretty much every game for at least a half minimum.
Well, the second half of the season. We ain't gonna talk about the first half, but
that's what I said. That's for at least a half, like at minimum. You were in every game, so I think you get a full off season. People stay healthy.
Same coach,
got a brand new head coach, new system coming in.
David Tepper don't touch shit.
And I think that's going to play a part, though, in why I think the Falcons end up winning the division, because I think you take the first couple of weeks to kind of get used to the system.
What is the first game?
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like any team, I think any team struggles to get used to a system in the first couple of weeks, but once they do, they get rolling. I know, is that a shocker? Yes, the Falcons. I like the Falcons winning their division. Again, not by much, probably by a game or a tiebreaker. But the
first game, Jacksonville, that's gonna be I ain't gonna say prime time TV, but everybody's gonna be looking like, holy crap, Travis Hunter versus the wide receiver or one of the wide receivers that was whooping Travis Hunter's ass in college. It should be a prime time game, but it's at 12 o'clock on Fox. Arizona, we own Arizona. So
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think anywhere on anyone's schedule Jacksonville versus Carolina would be a prime time game.
No, it's not prime time. I'm just saying, I'll say must see TV. I'm saying, you've seen the top draft picks. I'm saying two well known prospects. That been going at each other in college, of course.
Yeah.
The wide receiver that we chose got the better of Travis, and then at the same
time,
the
question becomes: is Travis playing wide receiver or corner though?
See, that's two, and that's why I say it's not prime time, but at least must see TV if you're a football fanatic.
Facts. No, I'll give you that. That's facts. That's facts. And can the Jags finally put a season together?
Yeah.
With their golden QB, who I don't know. It's been rumored that he can't read defenses, but
either way, that's going to be tough. Travis covering McMillan and then covering, and then going up against potentially J.C. Horn if he's not on Brian Thomas Jr. for some odd reason.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I think the NFL this year is gonna carry a different level of intrigue to it, only because I feel like this draft, even though it was kind of a lackluster draft,
star power, I agree.
It still had a number of guys in it that are going to be starting for their teams, and I don't know if that goes to say the skill of the players or if it's to the weakness of the NFL or the shift in the NFL where they say, you know what, I'd rather give my young guys a chance than go out and get all these veterans. Because we're seeing now as years go by, there's more and more big names hitting the free agent market that's going to sit around and wait until the team absolutely knows that their young guys can't get it done. So, with that being said, switching divisions, who ends up the starting QB for the Browns?
It better be Shador.
I want to get you in on this one first. Does it end up Shador?
There ain't no other option.
Really?
But they have
who's your other option?
They have a Super Bowl winning QB on their roster. Who?
Joe Flacco.
And Kenny Pickett, technically. I can't say that with a straight face, bro. I can't do it.
And the other rookie quarterback from Oregon.
In the 1 or 2 games he played last year?
That's why I said I told you I could say it with a straight face.
Listen,
and Joey Crack is pretty good for the first 4 or 5 games. That's about it. After a while, that arm started getting that icy hot and whatnot.
And have some respect that of a man that won y'all Super Bowl and then disappeared after that.
So let me tell you something. Anytime we needed a game-winning drive and Flacco was a QB, I went ahead and just cut the TV off.
Yeah.
So
he did amazing in that playoff run, but
I hate that I have to agree with him.
I didn't trust Joe Flacco when we needed to get the lead.
Me neither. I hate that I gotta agree with you on this, but time and time again, if you go back and watch, and I've gone back and watched that playoff run over and over and over, Joe Flacco played terrible down the stretch. And receivers made plays and we caught breaks. Bro, that go back to Denver. If that safety doesn't take the worst angle of all time, we're eliminated.
Wasn't there another play where the ball barely got there? Like Jacoby Jones had to like stop and wait for the ball to get there.
He did.
He fell down. He fell down waiting for the ball to get to him, and he rolled, and the guy missed him on the touch, and he got up and ran for a touchdown. That had to be the luckiest playoff run I've ever seen.
That was when the NFL was scripted. That's what that was.
And I just can't. And you know, it was right after, and I understand why people say that because Ray Lewis, things were looking down. Ray Lewis tore his bicep, and then he comes out and he's like, I told my team this is gonna be my last ride. All of a sudden, the Ravens going to tear. They win the Super Bowl. The lights shut down in the Super Bowl, allowing the 49ers to come back. It was a storybook that was written out, and it deserves a feature. But in no way, shape, or form did Joe Flacco deserve a Super Bowl MVP. In no way, shape, or form did Joe Flacco deserve to be held as the hero that saved them that season. I'm sorry, but there's no way you put the ball in. He continuously put the ball in harm's way, and the players just made plays. I don't know.
Jacoby Jones had more yards than Flacco in that game, just returning the ball. I don't know how he got Super Bowl MVP.
Man, he rested.
Hendo, tell me I'm lying though, Hendo. Tell me I'm wrong.
So all the radio aficionados
up there. Joe would throw it up there and say Anquan's over there somewhere, Jacoby's over there somewhere, and then they would just go get it. That was what our offense was.
The Justin Jefferson connection.
Oh, and let's not forget about the hey diddle Ray Rice up the middle. Good Lord. That play, if you're Joe Flacco, that ball needs to be out and deep.
I need to know where he sold his soul to make that run happen.
Bro, there's no way that play should have happened. And a part of me still thinks he didn't get the first down. Joe Flacco under pressure. He actually had a little bit of time. The rush gets in because he was standing back there for a while before he dumped the ball off. But he's standing back there, and instead of saying, I've just been throwing it up all year, I might as well do it now, he waits, dumps it off to Ray Rice on 4th and forever, and Ray gets it. And it's because the grass barely didn't touch his shin as he stretched for the first, and they gave it to him. I'm sorry, Hendo, you can't change my mind. It was the luckiest playoff run I've ever seen. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed every second of it. It was absolute cinema. I loved it. But it was the most heart-wrenching. Like, I'm pretty sure I probably got shipped to the hospital a couple times and don't even realize it. Like, every time Joe put the ball up towards the end of the game, my heart was in my hands instead of my chest. And I was beating that myself, man. Like, pause. That sounds crazy. But you know what I'm saying? And listen, and I hear that, but the reason I say it is because so many times the receivers took the ball out of the defender's hands. You can't coach that. Those dudes were showing Right? Yeah, it was a super pause. Those dudes were showing pure instincts, snatching the ball from defenders. And then don't forget, against the Broncos, Peyton was trying to drive late to win that game. And Kerry Williams, of all people, with an interception that sealed the game. Like I can't I don't know, man. I can't help but say that we didn't have a lot of luck on that playoff run. Even Jose agrees that game was definitely luck. It was. The Jacoby got lucky twice on deep plays, deep touchdowns. Again, the one where he fell down, well, because the ball couldn't reach him, so he fell. He's running backwards. He falls, and as he falls, he happens to roll. When he rolls, the defender runs by, literally right across his back and just missed. So he gets up and goes in the end zone. And then the other one, deep ball. Jacoby slowed down for that one too, by the way. Slows down, catches it, and the safety just took terrible angle. Terrible. But hey, we won. I'm not saying I wasn't happy for it.
Just because somebody else is bad don't mean you good.
Listen, if there's one thing we can admit, during that stretch, the Ravens, not just that playoff run, but those few years, the Ravens had the Patriots' number, but we were on the wrong side of luck. So if you roll back the clock and we get certain things to go our way, we would have been beat the Patriots. But I mean, the missed field goal to send it into overtime. That I still don't know how Billy Cundiff missed that field goal. It blows my mind. A Pro Bowl kicker, by the way.
Was this before the massage?
Oh man, you didn't have to do that. See, you done messed up my train of thought. Yeah. So he misses the kick. We have, Lee Evans drops a touchdown. So we got there was a number of plays where it was like we could have beat the Patriots a long time ago, but we weren't on the right side of luck. That year, we were on the right side of luck, and there was nothing. It was destiny. It was fate. There was nothing to stop us. Problem is, we're trying to rely on destiny and fate now, and this team ain't got it. We got Lamar Jackson, but we ain't got destiny and fate on our side. That belongs in Kansas City, right? Kansas City is the team that can get there no matter what they look like, how bad or good they look. They're always going to be the team in the AFC Championship ready to make another Super Bowl.
As long as they can make the playoffs, they good.
Yeah. What we need is a new head coach. I'm not going to stay on it too long, but there needs to be a drastic change to get this team.
We need a new owner also.
A new owner would do good too. But back to the Browns. Okay. Because we got on this tangent because we were talking about Joe Flacco playing for the Browns. I think you're right, Jay. I think you're right. It has to be Shador. Because I don't trust Dylan Gabriel from Oregon, even though he was drafted higher than Shador. I don't know that he's ready for the NFL quite yet. Now, I say this all the time. Guys that play in that Oregon offense, they're blessed with a wide open offense. That's all they do is throw the ball, and it's set up for them to succeed. However, Bo Nix proved me wrong last year.
But didn't Joe Herbert play for Oregon too? I'm not tripping.
Yes, I believe he did. So, no, not Herbert. No, he didn't. I'm thinking of Gabbert. I think it was Gabbert that played for Oregon. But Bo Nix proved me wrong all the way. I'll admit that 1,000% over. He came in. I was like, oh, he played in
He
Oregon.
did.
That's the only reason he looked good because
It
when
just
he
Herbert.
played for Auburn, it was Herbert.
It
Okay,
just Herbert. I remember that season. Hold on.
yeah. See, I'm some of that
You
stuff.
said Joe Herbert, not Justin Herbert, right?
It just Herbert. Yeah, I said Jordan. My bad. That's my fault, Rich. That's my fault.
Oh, so you confused me intentionally. That's what that was.
Not intentional. But it worked.
Now the massager thing, that was intentional.
So anyway, we're gonna skip that again.
What were we saying?
When Bo Nix played in Auburn, trash. So I thought for sure he was just one of those guys that got boosted up by the Oregon system. But he came into the league and he showed, hey, give me some respect, put some respect on my name. So I big ups to him on what he's doing with the Broncos. But Dylan Gabriel, I still don't. Just because one or two guys have come in the league and kind of succeeded. Like, I don't even know if I could call what Justin Herbert's doing success because he hasn't. I think he's made the playoffs once. So, yeah. Well, yeah. We'll leave that alone. But, yes, for the Browns, it's probably going to have to be Shador. But then the question becomes the same. Can Shador do what he did in college in the NFL? Now, he was playing behind a terrible offensive line, still found a way to make plays from the pocket and outside the pocket, throwing the ball, which is key. He did not rely on his legs like a lot of guys tend to do.
He ain't got the legs. He ain't got the legs.
No, he's not that guy. He's more. I've said this before. He's more Tom Brady than Lamar Jackson, right? And I'm not saying he's on Tom Brady's level. I'm saying his style of play is more Tom Brady than Lamar Jackson. He's more fine. Even though Lamar now has proven that he can sit in the pocket, find room in the pocket to stand there and throw the ball. But Lamar can, when the play breaks down, he can take off and he'll get you 20 yards. Shador can't do that. He's not going to get you 20 on the ground. But does he have the arm strength? Has been a lot of the questions. Does he have the arm strength? And, but could it be that the questioning of him is just because of who he is? Right?
I don't
his father was his head coach.
I think it's more velocity because he can throw it 60 yards. It's just that he is not going to get there with the same speed that another QB would do.
Well, that's what I mean by arm strength, right?
I can throw 60 yards on a float, but if I need to throw it a certain way, I can do it on a line with velocity. But that's more certain muscles. Like if I snap my wrist, that ball's getting there, but I can still get it there in a decent amount of time without snapping my wrist.
Yeah. So the Browns, how many over or under 5 wins?
I'll give him 7 or 8. Reggie's computer lost its mind. He said 7 wins for Browns. I mean, they have the defensive line that they can play cover one and stand with anybody. So
and they do it. They got some offensive talent too that I'm looking at right now. So I mean, if Jerry Jeudy continues, his resurgence last year, Steady Tillman continues to grow. Deontay Johnson plays with Matt right instead of excuse my language, bitching all the time. And they got a wide receiver core. Njoku, stays healthy. And then O-line looking good. So definitely defense. Myles Garrett, even though he lied to us all, talking about going to demand me a trade. Man, the owner, dangled the bags in front of him. I was like, all right, never mind. I'm sorry.
You could demand no trade. He said 3 years on his deal.
No, he said he did demand for a trade. I'm saying, but when the owner
loud, but he had 3 years on his deal. He wasn't going nowhere unless they let him.
But he looked bad at my eyes and saying he said he did all that griping and then saying Myles Garrett signs an extension and I'm like, oh, that's what the owner's like, oh, that's what I thought. You just want more money? All right.
That's what it all was for, anyways.
So Osmond's got a good point here.
What's up?
Says the starting QB for the Browns will probably be a sacrificial lamb, Shador is likely better off sitting out the first few games. And I kind of agree because that offensive line isn't necessarily what it was. And even though the Browns usually have one of the best offensive lines,
It's decent. I mean, I ain't say. I don't know
Yeah,
about
they're
Gardner.
going to have a decent run game. They always have a decent run game.
Let
I
me
think
keep it a $150 with you. That's why he has to start, because what's Flacco going to do? Fall over?
Well, so knowing the way the NFL works, right, and the fact that I don't think they wanted to draft this kid in the first place.
Exactly. So they're going to hang his ass
think
off the drive.
somebody called down and made that call. I think he ends up sitting. I think they're going to try their hardest to make sure he does not play.
No, and that's what I'm saying. They're going to hang him out to dry because you got Flacco. He's not really going to do anything. Who was the other QB you said was worth a damn?
Dylan Gabriel.
They're not going to set him out to dry because they actually drafted him because they think he's good. So they're going to make sure that he survives, if anything. This is the same situation where you draft RG3, you draft Kirk Cousins. They drafted RG3, and then even when RG3 came in the second year and said, "Hey, I want to throw," Shanahan, the father, said, "You need to learn how to throw in college. It's too late for you to learn how to throw. You're going to run this running system that we have here, and that's just going to be that." So even when RG3 wanted to throw, he came in, he asked, "Hey, I want to learn how to throw." Shanahan wasn't having it, and he ran him into the ground because he knew RG3 was Dan Snyder's pick, and Kirk Cousins is who he actually wanted to play.
So I'll say this about RG3. He had a
Football player.
He knew how to throw. His accuracy was somewhat questionable, but he knew how to throw. The issue they had was he wanted to come in and be a pocket, change his style completely, and stop running entirely and just be a pocket passer. And that's what they had the problem with. They said, "Listen, we built this system to work around you so that we can use your mobility to your strength and play to your strengths. Pocket presence wasn't quite your strength at the time. We're not going to do that." And that's where he had to fight with them back and forth. And they said, "Fine, you want to force it, force it." The next thing you know, Huloninato broke his leg.
Exactly, because he didn't know how to get low and not get hit. So you keep running Bambi across the street, knowing damn well Bambi don't understand what the hell a car is.
So you think they send Shador out there as a sacrificial lamb? You agree?
Send Shador out there. Hey, you guys want us to draft him? He's the most popular. We drafted him. We're going to see what he can do. If he performs, we have faith in him. If he doesn't, we're going to sit him for a couple years and see how he matures. Bam. By the fourth game, you got him out the way. Now you can do whatever the hell you wanted to do anyways.
It's kind of similar to what the Patriots did with their head coach last year, right?
Right. That's what I said. It's not that they don't
hire him, sent him out there with absolutely nothing. Just wanted to garner money and picks, and then fired him so they could get their guy in there with something to look forward to.
Hell, the Texans head coach before before the one they have now, he would definitely left out in the draft.
They actually fired him. They actually fired him because he was supposed to lose the last two games so they get a higher pick, and he won the last two games. So
Was it Lovie Smith? Lovie Smith, right?
Yes.
I thought it was Lovie Smith.
Yeah, for the Texans,
the last two games he said,
There's a couple people who could play for Cleveland that could be
there's a difference though.
And they're gonna lose regardless. But because of the whole Instagram stories and this, that, and the third and popularity, they have to play Shador. Otherwise, somebody's gonna have a problem with it somewhere, and it's just gonna look bad. So they're gonna send him out there. If he does good, great. If he doesn't do good, okay, bet we just got that out the way, and now we can run our organization without people second guessing us.
But you have him under 5 wins, even though you have Shador starting.
No, I got him at 7.
Oh yeah, you got him 7. Okay, you did say 7. That's right. So you got him over. Jay, you got him over or under 5?
Over 5. Yeah, the defense on paper, it's just too good. I'll go under.
Yeah, you can play cover one all day in the NFL and mix in some zone when you want to, pretty successfully against almost any team. I mean, the offense just got to come up with 4 or 5 scores between field goals. It could be 2 touchdowns and 3 field goals. I mean, it's pretty hard to beat.
You know, I know Miles Garrett going to command at least 3 linemen on him, so that's going to free up, for everybody else to do their thing.
As crazy as it sounds, I actually agree. I'm surprised that you guys said over. I thought I was going to be the only one that said over. I got them at 8 games. I got them at least 8 games. For some reason, they always get one on the Ravens somehow. But I got them at 8 games. But it's crazy because you look at, again, that goes to show how close this division is. So I'm going to ask you from that 8 games, where you got Pittsburgh, over or under 8, or right at 8.
You already know Thomas, their coach, they're going to win 10 somehow.
Or 9.
As long as they have a winning season, under Mike Tomlin.
I mean, if Jesus got to come down and smite a few people, they're going to get 10 somehow.
Plus, they did just sign, gave TJ Watt an extension, so that's something.
Yeah. Do you think it was dumb to get rid of Pickens?
No, it wasn't, because you have Pickens who's just crash out YN. And then you have DK who's like completely serious about all his stuff. I didn't see them getting along on the field, because when Pickens starts taking the plays off, and you talk about DK, who he ran a guy down so terribly that they said he needed to try track and field.
Yeah, he hawked me down. That was crazy. I still remember that play.
Two different levels of effort. Yes, the talent would be incredible to have both of them on the field at the same time, but you already got if you're trying to go for Aaron Rodgers, who's weird and quirky. You got DK, he's weird and quirky, and then you got Crash Out YN on the other side. Yeah, that's one of them love triangles that turned out with somebody ended up dead.
So I assume we all got the Ravens winning division.
Yes.
Does that seat the Bengals as the big loser?
They ain't gotta be the big loser.
With the firepower that they have on that offense, although they ain't got no defense.
I mean, they could still go. What is it? What we at? 17 games now? They can still go 9-8.
Somebody's got to lose.
Somebody's got to lose. You got to realize, outside of our division plays other divisions very well.
Yes, and the AFC is very weak right now. In my eyes.
AFC is weak, and we have we got 3 games against each of us have 3 games against the NFC division.
So, how many of us make the playoffs then?
2.
You don't think a third one sneaks in?
Not that I could think. I mean, I even if the third one sneaks in, they're just going to be a sacrificial lamb to get beat by whoever they end up playing.
So I got the Ravens making the playoffs. I know that's a big shocker by the way I talk about them, but I got the Ravens making the playoffs. I got Pittsburgh making the playoffs because you don't bet against Tomlin. I got so much respect for Mike Tomlin. I know Steelers fans hate him for some reason, but I got a ton of respect for Mike Tomlin, and you don't bet against Tomlin. I got them making the playoffs. Bengals and Browns are kind of a toss-up. Do you go with defense or do you go with offense? And it's today's NFL says go with offense, right? But in this case, I look at the rest of the AFC and I go, okay, so we got 7 spots to fill. Ravens and Steelers, the Chiefs. Are the Dolphins going to be worth anything this year? We don't know. You know what I mean?
I think the Dolphins are going to have a permanent time with the Patriots.
Well, and I don't even think the Patriots are close to a playoff team. So if they're going to struggle with them, I think the Bills walk away with that division easily. Right? So now you got Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, Steelers. That's 4 spots. Now you got 3 left. Okay. Somebody's got to win the West. Well, the Chiefs are going to win the West. Sorry. Somebody's got to win the
But the thing is, the Broncos will be better than the Bengals probably.
When the Broncos a playoff team?
Somebody's got to win the South.
They're a playoff team.
Winning the South.
The South, you have both the Texans and the Colts in the South. So either one or both of them could rise up.
I've seen the Texans.
The Colts,
I don't think the Colts are there.
that QB wakes the hell up. The Colts are good.
That's true.
You have Taylor in the backfield, so QB even plays 75% of what they think he can play.
So it's going to be a battle for essentially 2 slots.
Right. You got the
Bills,
Bills, and then you still got the Jets, who, I mean, like I said, if
the Broncos.
Right, if the Jets, the Broncos, and the Colts wake the hell up, I don't see how Cincinnati gets in as a third team from the NFC North.
Osmond says Denver, and remember, Denver made it last year. Denver is a good enough team.
Young team too.
They are definitely a good enough team. And Sean Payton is a creative enough coach.
And now Sean Payton pretty much got his Alvin Kamara style, with RJ Harvey. So he's getting his pieces.
What moves have the Raiders made this offseason?
Raiders drafted GT, Geno Smith.
The Raiders are
they got Brock Bowers.
Other than having lockdown KBK at corner, the Raiders ain't did nothing.
Well, if they got Geno Smith, their QB's twice as good as he was last year automatically. So
this is true. But they're not going to compete in that division. Not with the Chargers.
Yeah, I'll say not yet. Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to start their 2 wide receivers. They just drafted in Besh, whatever his name, last name, Besh, and
they do. Yes, they do have a new coach in Oakland as well.
What's that fast dude from Tennessee? The 6'3". We watched the combine rage.
My boy, I said we should have drafted him, huh?
4.37.
He's like 6'3", 6'4".
He's like 6'5". He's like 6'5". He ran a 4.3 something.
He's the human version of a Greyhound.
The dude's lightning quick, but he's got his route tree is kind of trash, and his hands is. His hands. No, not James Pierce Jr. The other Tennessee receiver.
Jack Beck.
What up,
no, I think Jack Beck TCU. Man,
they got Dante Thornton.
Receiver.
Dante
Thornton Jr. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, he's probably going to end up starting on one of the starting receivers for the Raiders.
As I said, both of them, him and Jack Beck. So I'm thinking like they got 2 rookies starting wide receiver.
But Geno can get them the ball
without turning over. Sure.
Because Geno, the reason I say that is because Geno played with DK. He knows he can tell Dante Thornton just go, just run, and I'll get the ball out there. He's used to telling DK that just run, I'll get you the ball.
Or you should make the smart decision and just check it down to Brock Bowers, like any reasonable quarterback would do.
That's facts. We almost got they got a good tight end.
He caught the 4.30 flat.
Yeah. Like 6'4", 6'5", bro. I wanted us to draft him, but they said no. Actually, they wasn't the only ones either. Coach also said no. He was like, no, don't let him fool you. Dante's not the one guy you want. I still think Dante is going to be a problem.
At least as a field stretcher. I mean,
you got Devontae or whatever his goddamn name is.
Yeah, but Tez speed is not. That's 2 different types of speed.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. I love Tez because I UNC, but seeing Dante Thornton, actually watching him while he had Tennessee, there's levels to this shit.
Is levels to that, and Dante was on a different level from Tez, 100% different level. The problem people had with Dante is that his route running, he tends to, and I think it has to do with his speed, but he tends to round off a lot of his routes, which makes it kind of as a DB, you could read
4-3-0
where he's
versus
going.
4-3-6. That is not the difference.
Huh?
It's
I'm gonna say
4-3-0 versus 4-3-6. That is not that much of a difference.
It is on the field.
If you're just
On
talking about
paper,
field,
listen,
like,
on paper, the best I can tell you is watch tape. Go watch the tape. It's the best I can tell you. And the reason why is because Dante is fast and quick. Tez is fast. Like Tez picks up speed as he's running. Right? I feel like Dante might have more short area quickness than Tez. But not to say that Tez isn't quick as well, but Dante I think has more short, like he has more burst. Dante Thornton has more burst than Tez.
I can give you that, but even if you want to say okay, he's a field stretcher. That if you're going deep, you're going deep. And if you could say you have a 4-3 in your name, the safety backs up regardless. Like saying, oh, he has a 4-3 or 4-3-5, that safety's backing up the same distance.
But you gotta remember that 4-3 was, if I'm not mistaken, that 4-3 time is actually not even right because I thought he ran a 4.27 the first on his one of his 40s. It was I don't know if it was at the pro day or what. I remember Dante Thornton's name being next to a 4. I don't have my notebook that had that in there. Had my stuff in it. Do I? I should have a notebook around here somewhere. Hold on. Let me take a look because I have wrote it down. Because I could be off on his 40 time too, but it's just when you look at the two on tape, he looks so much faster. But another thing that's to point out about Dante and Tez, I feel like is the same thing.
Yeah,
he can't get off press.
Maxwell Hairston.
He can't get off press.
Yeah, so Maxwell Hairston did a 4.28. 4.29 by Matthew Golden, the wide receiver, and 4.30 by Darian Porter, the cornerback, and Dante Thornton.
Yeah, it was a 4.3. Yeah, I got it right here. I found my notes. It was a 4.3 either. But at 6'4", 205. 6'4", running a 4.3 is, he's striding. But again, one of the big knocks against him is he struggles to get off press. And his route tree isn't the greatest. He doesn't have a great route tree. So as somebody watching him, it's understandable to say, okay, well, we don't like, where this guy is going with, his set of skills. And I'm okay, what else? I don't know what you want me to say about that. I still would have took him because to me, and I think part of the problem is people think him and Tez, just like you think him and Tez are pretty much the same.
I don't think they're the same. I just don't think there's enough of a difference to replace a guy you already have and have started training with a different guy that you don't know what you're going to get.
But I think they just did that anyway. With the other dude from Colorado.
Colorado can actually return kicks and stuff. So he's the guy you get from Colorado. You're not expecting him to play as wide receiver this year, but you are going to put him back there to return those kicks and do stuff that we don't have a guy. We don't have that. He's Devin Duvernay with actual moves.
Yeah, LeJontay Wester.
Even though the Panthers got the better Colorado wide receiver, by the way.
He's Duvernay with moves. He can
Wester was the better Colorado wide receiver. I agree.
You don't have Wester to be a wide receiver this year. You have Wester to develop this year. And when you let that old guy go that we should have had 4 years ago when Lamar was asking for him, when he moves on, then Wester can move up the depth chart. But you have Wester to develop this year.
So here's my thing. Here's my question. I get what you're saying about Wester, but you said we don't have a kick returner. I think we clearly have a number.
Wester's a kick returner.
Well, yeah, he's probably going to end up the kick returner. But we have guys that can return kicks.
Right now, Justice Hill, and that's a lot right now. I'm looking at
that's what I'm saying. And he's a darn good returner.
Justice got hurt. How recently? You don't want Justice returning kicks and trying to be a number 2 to Derek. And then you still have
but that's why y'all got the savior and Key Mitchell.
Right, and Keaton every
Can
time you
also
play him
return
more
kicks,
than
by the
80,
way.
Keaton gets 80 snaps and he gets hurt for the rest of the year. So you definitely don't want like if you run Justice Hill out there to do kick returns and he gets hurt and you only have Derek and now you have Derek and Keaton only.
Well,
Not both
no,
well.
you still got they still got that other young running back they like.
Yeah, Rasheen Ali.
Rasheen Ali, yeah.
Bro,
They still got him too.
they should have cut his ass as soon as they drafted the other guy.
Nah, they like Rasheen Ali. They said over and over again that they like him. And you know how they are when they like certain players, they just hold on to them.
Yeah, they like
they
us.
ain't gonna do nothing. What's that? We had that cornerback that was on our team for what 5 or 6 years, was hurt every single year, and they never let him go. Huh?
Sorely?
No, the corner.
Jimmy Smith.
No, Jimmy was a Pro Bowl corner. Don't you ever disrespect Jimmy.
Well, you said hurt.
That man was a Pro Bowl corner.
But you said hurt though.
Okay, he had injuries.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Corner. Was it Tracy?
I said this man missed every season. Don't believe I've seen you in the chat before, but welcome to the show. I do have a clue why you're here, though.
Wow, that what we doing?
Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing nothing. I'm just pointing things out that you.
Reg, you going to jail.
I'm pointing out that my co-host brings viewers to the show. Both of them.
For the good of the company.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Now, what is the name of that corner that we all dislike for the life of us?
What year did he play? Or was he supposed to play?
I think we just cut him like 4 years ago, something like that.
Because you know who I was thinking? I was thinking it was JAD.
No,
he's still on the roster.
He's just as bad, but he's actually played. This dude never actually played.
Let me pull up a 2021 Ravens depth chart.
I'm trying to figure it out too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was there. We might be able to go back even further than that and see him there.
And that Brandon Stevens. Humphrey.
Boykin was another. Yeah, I like Boykin though. But Boykin was a receiver.
Double A?
It wasn't
Avery?
Boykin.
Avery? Is that his name?
Anthony Averett, he actually played.
No, Avery played.
Tavon
started.
Was it Tavon?
No, Tavon was a Pro Bowler too at one point.
See, Kevin Seymour. I'm just naming out cornerbacks at this point.
Chris Westry?
No.
Well, we had Worley up until last year, so it wasn't him.
Really, that is.
It was a young dude they drafted, and then we never
Let's see, Robert Jackson. I'm not. Let's see. Man, that's all I got.
Give me a second.
No, Geno Stone. No, Geno Stone.
Give me a second. Iman Marshall.
Who? He was a Pro.
Huh?
He was a Pro Bowler?
No. Iman Marshall was not a Pro Bowler. I said he was always hurt. He was on the team for years. They liked him. He never played a single regular season snap. Was hurt every single year. And they were like, every year, the start of every preseason. Iman Marshall, man. They would get John Harbaugh would get out there. We really like what we see from Iman Marshall this year. We think he's going to be a big player this year. And then 2 weeks later, Iman went down with another injury. He's going to be out for the season. And, we wish him good recovery. He was showing great potential. We're just going to have to see what happens. Every single year, same speech. Every single year.
I got a new pass rusher for the Ravens because this little motherfucker right here tries to shoot the gap. If I even do like this, motherfuckers damn near on my neck.
Listen, you can't talk football and dogs in the same sentence with the history than Michael Vick has with him.
Bruh,
Okay?
he's a dog. Like, for real.
We can't do it.
Lamar Jackson can't get away from him.
We can't do it. It's not a conversation we can have, sir. But Iman Marshall, everybody, I will beg you to go look up the history of Iman Marshall.
Wow.
If you wish to see a guy that the Ravens said, "Hey, we love this guy," he never made.
The first 2 years, we thought he was an IR stash.
Yes, we did. We thought it was going to be an IR stash. We was like, because they talked so good about him, how he looked in practice and his level of play and all this other stuff. They're like, oh, he's going to be great. And he never played a single snap.
And so he never touched a blade of grass.
Never. You know what I'm saying?
He's still
the grass he had was off the feet of the other players. Like, he never touched the field. Another one was Maurice Kennedy. And they played on the Ravens the same year. I think Kennedy ended up playing 1 or 2 games because Iman Marshall was out, and the rest of the corners ended up getting hurt. Well, our depth got hurt a lot one of those years, and he ended up stepping on the field for a little while. But there's a ton of grace that you get as a guy who is liked by John Harbaugh and company. But if they don't come out and make it a point for you to know that, hey, we like this guy.
Shadow Realm.
Yeah. Ben Cleveland.
Andy Isabella.
Yeah. Listen, no, Andy did that to himself. I don't know what the hell he did. I've never seen somebody join a team and just disappear off the map. This man was nowhere to be. He was never seen walking around Baltimore. He was never seen getting off or on a bus or plane. This man was never. I don't know if he ever put a Ravens jersey on. Like, and he was on the team for like 2 years, bro. I never seen him show up. But then you'd hear from John Harbaugh, oh yeah, we really like the acquisition of Andy. You know, he's out there. He looks great during practice. He's out there running routes, looks strong. He's fast, man. He's fast. They were like, oh, Andy was at practice? He was like, yeah, Andy was here. Y'all ain't see him?
For y'all.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. I think there's a picture with him.
That you highlighted earlier just roasted me, like, terribly. I ain't do nothing to nobody. I just got roasted.
Damn.
You and Yolanda will be back this weekend.
You know what I'm saying? Your influence, Hendo. No, your work ethic, your charm.
I can't wait. I
brought you
thoroughly
on the back. Let me stop before I get that trouble.
So, what happened? You got roasted for what?
The text I just read just roasted.
Just roasted.
Yeah, apparently I look high.
That's not bad. I agree. Anyway, we don't care about that. We want to know if the show is good. Are we entertaining? That's the news we need you to bring across the desk. Damn it!
At one point.
That's all.
How y'all look in each other's directions when I said that? You know what?
Nah. So I ain't even gonna lie to you. That wasn't intentional at all.
No.
I don't know what you was looking at. I was looking at my tablet.
I was about to say I look more high than you.
Y'all, you know what? Y'all on some Brady Bunch type bullshit. I ain't.
Hey, my eyes don't even open up all the way, so I don't know what the fuck. Like, I've been told I look high. Listen, I've been told I look high since I was a kid, bro. I'll be in school. Everybody, you're red, you high now. I'm just chilling.
Nah, man, I just got narcolepsy. That's a difference.
They be like, open your eyes. They are. Okay, so we're getting off subject as usual, but that's what we do, right? That's the fun of the show. That's not involving you in other people's business.
I was about to say, look, streaming with Yolanda is your business. What you mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all have a synergy that is unlike anything I've ever seen.
What do you do shit though?
That was a speech. So listen. All right, so turn your camera back on, B. Shame.
You know, bully.
I'm
bully
now
eats-
boycotting the stream.
All right, so we got the Ravens winning the division. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty because now this show's gonna end up 2 hours long for no reason. Let's get to the nitty gritty. What's it gonna take for the Ravens to be Super Bowl bound? Can they
Coaching.
make it, and what needs to happen?
Coaching.
So somebody's gonna have to hit Harbaugh. You know, leg broken in a coma or something, so he can't interfere with the team for like the last 6 weeks. Right, the last 6 weeks of the season, all the way to the Super Bowl, he needs to just be in a medically induced coma until we win a Super Bowl. Then you can bring him back out.
And somehow they'll still give him the credit.
He can get a credit.
No, he can't. If he gets the credit, that's another 10 years in Baltimore. That's another 10 years in Baltimore. Bro, if we win the Super Bowl, Harbaugh is never leaving unless he retires.
I will give up whatever we need to give up to get Lamar the Super Bowl this year. And, you know, after that, whatever.
So I truly believe, and people think I'm hating on, you know, certain people, or they think I'm a Ravens fan that likes to hate on the Ravens for some reason. I don't think they make the Super Bowl. And the reason why is because I think John Harbaugh gets outcoached in the playoffs again. Okay, we're gonna. It's literally gonna have to be if they make the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl. It's going to have to be in spite of John Harbaugh because it's plays like people still don't understand when I explain to them. We drove down the field. We're on a 1 yard line. We could have handed it to Derrick Henry and scored a touchdown. Instead, we had to settle for a field goal because he elected to try to pass the ball to the left tackle rather than run the ball with one of the greatest running backs to ever play the game of football. Okay, I mean, whatever. And he legit, and then people go, well, he's not the offense coordinator. He didn't make that call. He says in a press conference, and I quote, hey, I think they know we're going to run it with Henry there. So if you want to go ahead and run it 4 times in a row with Henry, be my guest. But I made the choice to try to throw the ball to Ronnie Stanley, and he actually got open on the play. It just didn't work out. That's exactly what it said. That's exactly what he said. He's like, so we end up settling and taking 3 there, right? So we take 3 there, and now we need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie the game and send it to overtime. So now next drive, we get the touchdown, and John Harbaugh says, ha, I got the perfect play. I've ran it several times. We're going to roll them out to the right, and we're going to dump it off to Mark Andrews. This play is 100% proof of never working, but we're going to do it anyway. And they do it, and the ball 100% bounces off Mark Andrews' hands. He runs. He's never to be seen again until he stops crying eventually months later. And he says, my hands was cold. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Cool. So is everybody else. But all right. You know, whatever. It happens. Now everybody goes, oh, this is Andrews' fault. Andrews made this mistake. Lamar made mistakes too. Andrews had the chance to right his wrongs, just like Lamar had a chance to right his wrongs, and he did. That's the difference. Lamar righted his wrongs. Andrews didn't. He just piled back on top of his wrongs. And then people go, well, Andrews played a great game. Yes, he played his best playoff game in his career, and yet somehow it was still his worst playoff game in his career.
His best playoff game in his career is trash anyways. Like, come on. When has he done it? Isaiah likely has a better playoff game in his career than Andrews does.
Yes. And it's just one of those things where people want to point the finger at him. Now, he ended up, and I think him not going to the press conference or talking to media after the game made it worse, but he ended up John Harbaugh's scapegoat. Because everybody should have been on Harbaugh's neck about him calling a pass to the left tackle on the 1 yard line. And then calling a rollout. You took Derrick Henry off the fit.
Nobody's going to believe that you're running. It's like in the Super Bowl, Terrell Davis had the biggest, he had migraines he couldn't even see. They told him, hey, John's going to hike the ball. You just run forward. John will adjust to you because if you come off the field, they're not going to believe we're running for this play action.
Yes. And you took away a whole. Not only did you take away the whole threat of Derrick Henry and the dual playmakers in the backfield, you took away a whole entire half of the field. And the thing that pissed me off even more is that because you had him rolling to his right, Rashad Bateman got wide open, running back the opposite way. But Lamar couldn't get the ball over there because all the pressure was already in his face, and there was only one person he could throw it to that he actually had a line of sight on. Mark Andrews.
And the thing is, this is the same person who now has said that he fell on the play before, so his gloves were soaking wet.
Yes. And he said his gloves were soaking wet, and his hands were freezing cold. And that was the reason. He's like, I even contemplated taking the gloves off. But I just left them on, and I went for it. Cool. It is what it is. We didn't even need you to explain all that, dog. All you had to do was come out and say, hey, I dropped the ball. It was my fault. It was my mistake. Now I got to go out here and show y'all why I can be better than that. That's all he had to say, instead of giving a false excuse or whatever. And again, I don't blame him for us being in that position. I blame our coach. Because if we get a touchdown on that drive before, like I said, we don't need a touchdown. That just scoring a regular touchdown wins the game. We don't need the 2-point conversion at that point. We're actually up 3 with a touchdown if we scored a touchdown prior. You know what I'm saying? So that's your head coach putting you in that position. That's your head coach saying, we're going to call this play. And that's your head coach saying, we're going to do this instead. Because people don't understand, while the coordinator can call plays, he's calling from upstairs. John Harbaugh is okaying these plays before they go in. Okay, yeah, that's where we're going. Like, he's right there there's a reason why he's got the play call sheet in his hand and he's holding it up over his mouth because he's talking to them as well.
And you could also say the coach should have had Isaiah Likely as tight end number 1 in the first place. There's a lot of players who should be in certain positions who are not in the position they should be in because this coach decides he wants to do things a certain exact way. It's not going to be what's best for the team. It's just the way he thinks it should look. Ben Cleveland's shadow realm because he said he doesn't like the way Ben Cleveland practices.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm gonna say playing Cleveland got a whole bunch of issues a whole bunch of demons to work out anyway. So
the Baltimore Ravens were in wide receiver trash pit forever because one guy came out and said, "We're not going to beg for you guys to come here. We're not going to do that. We don't need a diva receiver. We don't need somebody who's going to whine for the ball and ask for the ball all the time. What? Why not? What? Don't you want a receiver to ask for the ball? Would you want the receiver to sit there and be passive aggressive as that? No, you go ahead. You go ahead and throw it to him. I'm here if you need me, but you go ahead and get it. I don't want that guy at wide receiver. I want the guy that's going to say, no, give me the ball.
Give me the Well, how was who was I'm trying to figure out which wide receiver was like yelling on the sideline. Was that DK?
And Quan Bolt said, "Give me the ball." They won a Super Bowl.
See, that's the difference, though. People don't understand that John Harbaugh didn't actually take over this team until after we won that Super Bowl,
right?
Which is when he got rid of all those guys that was open up their mouth and say something.
You sent Anquan to San Francisco after he just beat them in the Super Bowl.
You got rid of Anquan. You got rid of Ed Reed. You got rid of Ray Lewis retired. You got rid of a bunch of guys that were absolute dogs.
Paul Kruger went walking.
My team now. He literally said, "This is my team now, and I'm gonna make it in my image." And it failed drastically, all the way up until we got Lamar Jackson. I want you to think about that.
Even that was luck.
Your gap that is. So from 2013 to 2019, we were technically irrelevant. We were never a threat to win the championship. I think we made the playoffs once in that span, and won one playoff game in that span, and that was it. That was it. The Ravens were looked at as, oh, they're not a threat for. They're going to make the playoffs, but they're not a threat to win a championship. Half the time, we weren't even a threat to make the playoffs. And I beg people to remember that people act like John's job was never in danger. When Bisciotti came out his own mouth and said, if Lamar didn't come in there and turn things around, we were definitely going to get rid of John Harbaugh. He was like, no disrespect, it's a business. We were going to let him go. We were going to have that talk. So I think now it's just gotten to a point where everybody's so buddy. And now we got Lamar, and he sees all this income and tickets flying out quick as heck. Jerseys, shelves is empty. He's like, yo, we're making money hand over fist off this kid. I don't care if we win or not. So he's not. Bisciotti himself isn't looking at the team and saying, do we need to get rid of Harbaugh? No, because he's like, hey, Lamar likes him. It is what it is. And it's hard to find a kid like Lamar, who's as humble as Lamar is, who's gonna outright come out and be like, no, I don't like my coach. We got this.
Yeah, Reg. How come Reg doesn't do a live on TikTok?
Because I don't have my TikTok set up to my laptop, nor do I have dual stream available. Otherwise, I would.
It was just a question I received.
Nah. Now, what you try to do, right, is you try to put me in the corner, right?
No, inquiring minds literally asked me just now.
There's no inquiring minds that wonder why I don't do a stream on TikTok.
I literally have the message right here.
Whatever. All right, whatever. Okay. I'm just gonna say
I never actually knew. I didn't even know you could do a live on TikTok. Like, I don't fuck with them.
No, but I don't have TikTok at all. So yeah, that solves that. And I don't have dual stream available. Otherwise, I probably would at some point.
How you gonna yawn at 9:30, Jay?
Yeah.
I can't yawn.
Not as late as you be streaming, having us up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
I just want to point out, I ain't go to sleep till 5 o'clock this morning. I'm the one that should be yawning. I went to sleep at 5 and I woke up at 10.
Look, before I came in, and started streaming with y'all, I did go to the park with my kids. So excuse me for my body being tired.
Now, after the way Jay
I went to sleep at 5 and woke up at 7:30 and was kind of in and out from there.
Trying to raid and whatnot, I would just sleep after that disappointment.
Why wasn't it a disappointment?
Those things should not be making the stream, all right? We're gonna Jay can't hold it back. See what you did? So, all right, fellas, we didn't talk about our NFL stuff. I got one more question for you. One more NFL topic for you. If Joe Schmo calls you, says, hey, I got a deal here for you. $1 million, or you can get 10 carries in the NFL to gain 5 yards. And if you gain those 5 yards, you get $10 million. What are we doing, fellas?
Now, hold on. Are these all in one game?
All in one game.
You need to find out who you playing with.
Who's my old line?
Right, stuff like that. Who's the old line, and what are the run plays?
Listen, you can put me at fullback if you want. Give me a dive. Right, put me in goal line setup.
That's what I'm saying. You got a set up at a fullback,
and I get 2 yards per carry, bro.
You can do that.
Good.
But if they be like, yeah, you're gonna run like 8 jet sweeps to the wide side, and you gotta get 5 yards, man, you hoping that edge don't blow up the corner block and 5 yards.
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you with the way my knees is set up. I don't know if I'm gonna do good on those jet sweeps.
Exactly.
But
they call them jet sweeps.
That ain't to say I won't try though. I will definitely try.
Listen, I will fall down like Doug Baldwin.
Here's the better question: Do we have any amount of time to get into at least playing? What will be our playing conditions? Before we get to that game, because here's my thing: if you give me time to kind of work out, build up my stamina a little better, as far as football goes, like get into football shape. You give me a little time to get into some decent football shape, I can definitely do it, and I can definitely get you at least a yard on a jet sweep, right? At least one. Give me time to get in football shape. I get you at least one on a jet sweep.
Considering everybody does their job.
Even better, I still know how to spin the ball a little bit, so I could definitely pass the ball for you a little bit. But if I ain't got time to do that, I'm gonna be out of breath before we line up. They my eye Reg head out there. As soon as I jog to the huddle, I'm like, whoo! Whoo! That was quite the jog. What play we running? Jet sweep? Nah, man. Not right here. We ain't.
we gonna motion the tight end. We're gonna run a fullback split belly.
Now, listen, I could do that. I could do that all day.
Those, I got you.
I could do that all day. All day. That's a good question. Now, so Osmond says, first off, how old are you? With me, I'm 37.
Okay. I'm 39.
All right, B's 39. We got Mr. Young Buck over there.
Hold on, how you
37? They said like I could have sworn my birth certificate says.
No, it birth certificate says February 29th. So I'm trying to figure out he's 37.
Oh, yeah, because his date don't exist.
Because I blessed this planet with my presence in 88.
Nah, them 39 rotations don't count, partner.
Hey,
B.O.B.
I blessed this planet with my presence in 88. Just because I don't age, technically, don't mean anything. Hold on.
36 divided by 4 is what?
We're not even. Why are we doing math right now? We having a conversation.
Because we about to find out how.
And here's the next question from Osmond. Okay.
So really,
will we be able to recover from them hits? I can tell you, Osmond. I probably shouldn't say this. I know my lady will start crying if I say this on air. I'm not gonna say it, but
Reg is 9
I can probably partially recover, but I'm gonna be probably collecting a disability check after. Partial recovery, not full recovery. But I'm okay because in my line of work, I'm on my way to a partial recovery anyway. I know how old I am. You didn't have to try to do the math. I know how many birthdays I've had, sir. No need for you to do the math.
How many times you celebrated it? How many birthdays? Not the same.
Anyway, that's not the point.
For, partner? You ain't going
okay. The point is that I could celebrate as many times as I like.
Sound like something the woman would say.
Jay, you're the youngest in the group. Okay. You're in good health. You don't have good enough health.
You ready to go to sleep.
You've had military training. Okay.
I mean, shit.
Can you pick up the 5 yards for $10 million? You got 10 carries to do it.
10 carries to pick up 5 yards?
You do have the option to just take $1 million and walk away.
You do have the option to take $1 million and walk away. But let's be real. Each one of us has had a dream of playing in the NFL at some point. At some point.
I'm about to say NBA, NFL. I already knew. I was like, yeah, I don't get the physicality. I don't even get the drive. I don't get the size.
I don't mean to brag,
I do get the size, but
at one point I ran a 4.25, 4.26 it was, and the 40. So Yeah, I definitely had a dream of making the league at one point. It just wasn't meant to be.
All I remember from my football days is one practice kind of separated me from the men from the boys. And long story short, it was a drill where it was like everybody was in a circle, but only one person was in the middle, and you had to, I guess, to touch reflexes. Long story short, yeah, my reflexes were trash, and dude ended up Braun breakering me, and I was like, yeah, this ain't for me.
He said with the Braun Breaker spare. Damn.
That's good. It's like after I caught my breath. It's like after I caught my breath. No,
in the 40.
Make sure I did.
In the 40 Osmond. In the 40.
I was like, yeah, this ain't for me.
My fastest time, my slowest time in the 40 when I played way back when. My fastest time was a 4.24. My slowest was a 4.26. The 4.26 was without cleats. The 4.24 was with cleats. In the 40. Now, you get me in the 40 now? I'm still. No, I'll probably do 10 seconds. 10.
Yeah, I'm probably running 5, 8, 9, 4, 6, 7.
I'll run at least under a 5 minutes. I'll run under 5 minutes. I'll run under 5 minutes. That's a guarantee. As soon as I take off and I reach the 10, I'm taking a break. But I promise you, I'll start up again in 30 seconds after that.
Give me some training. I can give you a 4. I'll say a 4.7 or 4.8.
So you'll give us a legit 4.8 right here, right now.
Not right now, but I'm saying
what, 8 years younger than me though, so understandable. 8 years younger than me, and probably 120, 130, 140.
I'm gonna get 235. 30.
Yeah.
So tell them I'm the smallest out of all of us. This is some bullshit.
It is.
hey! I don't like you saying that shit.
Hey, I'm short though. So I mean, it is.
He said that shit like I'm anorexic or something. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, you ain't too far off. You ain't too far off, bro. You about a diet or two away from anorexic.
I don't even know what a diet is.
I don't know, my boy. You about to be out here. If all it takes for you to have like a bad month, you'll be walking around like Charlotte Flair. You know what I'm saying?
The type of stuff that I eat and to be talked to in this way so disrespectful. Like I just be starving to death in here. Like I'm just on an Ethiopian track team.
Osmond said, take the money and run without the hits. Osmond, you probably the smartest out of all of us. Each one of us is gonna go for that 10 million. Osmond said, let me get my meal.
Look,
I'm gonna be happy.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm running behind the Panthers O line and like XL or McMillan is blocking, I might can get it.
Yo, listen, put me in a Greg Roman system or put me on the Ravens. Actually, I'm not sure how much I trust the Ravens O line. Take that back. Put me in a Greg Roman system. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the Browns offensive line. You know what I mean? They good running team. A real good offensive line. I think I could definitely get that 10 mil. I'll get them 5 yards, bro. I fight. Here's the problem. Here's the real reason why I'm gonna get the yards. My height. They are not gonna see me behind that 6'5", 6'4", 6'3" offensive line. They're not gonna see me, and I'm gonna creep under and just go pick up them yards. Easy. Bro, I'm legit. Let me describe. All right, this is me. This is me. Okay. I'm Keaton Mitchell's height with who's good? I'm Keaton Mitchell's height with Warren Sapp's body and Tom Brady's speed right now. But you get me behind that right offensive line.
I'm just saying. Tom Brady did, attempt to catch a pass on the, on the Philly special. I'm just saying.
Hold on, not only that, he broke Brian Urlacher's ankles.
That was the saddest thing I ever saw in my life.
Bro, if he could do it, I could do it. That's what I'm saying. Give me a chance. I could pick up the 5 yards. I promise you I'll pick up the 5 yards.
I'm about to say in comparison, I'm about to say Peyton Manning. I think Peyton Manning started Tom Brady. I know we all remember that fake. Even the cameraman didn't see it coming. He really faked the cameraman out. And then Peyton Manning was wide open to the left, just jogging in there.
You know what's going to be crazy, though? When I get the 5 yards, you know what it's going to look like? When I finally hit that 5 yards, you know what it's going to be? It's going to be LT and any given Sunday. Did I stop him, coach? They carry me out on the board. My life is alive, bro. It's good. This be laid out on the board, waving to the crowd, letting them know I'm alive. I'm getting carried off.
No.
They carry me off the field. I'm done after that.
I ain't gonna do that. Already give it a classic, just on the stretcher, just give a thumbs up.
I'm gonna need you to post this big activity and try to tell me I'm anorexic.
What big activity? What are you talking about?
Are we still having this conversation?
Yes, because this is what I be on. Y'all be eating 3 square meals and all that. This is what I be on.
I mean, it's 3 square meals because I got kids to feed.
Listen,
they're the only reason why I eat properly.
I'm eating like 5. You tripping?
We're just saying compared to us. Okay.
And I'm still trying to figure out how, because y'all don't eat.
That's yeah, that's true. But that's not the point, though. That's not the point at all. We got kids. That's what does it. See, for me, it's one of those every time the kids have a treat, I gotta have a treat too. And I tell you why. It starts because my kids used to go, "Daddy, taste this." Okay. That's pretty good. Let me get one. It's like going down a rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? There you go. That's the key answer right there. The tush push. Put me in Philly. Let me do the tush push 10 times and I'm getting 10 yards. Probably 20 because I could pick up 2 with that.
Actually, I think they only like pushing Jalen Hurts because for some odd reason it only works with the Eagles. Everybody else tries it, fails.
Well, no, the Ravens
got the offensive line to do it.
But yes, they have a great offensive line.
They always like, oh yeah, he squats this many pounds. The offensive line be to move the other team 4 fucking feet before he even thinks about moving.
Yeah, this is true. And honestly, they have mastered the whole concept of the lower man wins. Right? They just dominate leverage. Dominate leverage.
Plus, when you facing Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter in practice every day, I mean, I don't think no other defensive tackle can really bully you.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That man is a giant.
Both of them are.
Yeah, they both are. They giants.
And the league allowed these 2 giant to be on the same team again. I blame all the GMs.
Hey, listen. They allow in Philly to just collect anybody from Georgia. If you played for Georgia, go to Philly. You're going to Philly.
Thank God they didn't get
still be in Cleveland while they was at.
I'm saying thank God they didn't get McConkey or you talk about a dynasty here.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? It won't surprise me when we see what they do next year.
Bowers.
I think it's going to happen again. I think they're going Georgia again. Speaking of that, college football 26 is out. Okay. I believe LBHT is doing the league. I was just talking to him about it today. Jay, 2-star teams and less. No 2.5, no 3. You 2 stars and less. First off, are you going to be playing in the league this year?
We'll see. Once I get my life figured out, I
mean, the way that league is slow, you have time to catch up.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So
facts.
Well, yeah. Let me get my life sorted out first, and then we'll see.
I already told B, put me down for JMU.
JMU, okay.
Put me down for James Madison. I'm trying to win a chip in year 1. I don't care what they do after that. Put me down for James Madison. I usually would run with UConn. You know, that's my team. But I get so sick and tired of wearing the same jerseys over and over again. See, with James Madison, I can switch up with the white, the black, the purple. You know what I'm saying? They got the nice helmet changes I could do over there. I like James Madison's uniforms, so I picked them. But they also got a darn good team too.
They produce every other year. I'll say every other year.
Oh man.
But as college football 26 is out, people, this is not a advertisement, but this is a thought. So I've been thinking, we're just gonna put this out here to the people. I've been contemplating starting a Patreon, and those that join the Patreon can join me in Discord, and I can let you insight on my gaming. We can get a little college football league going, play a little Call of Duty together. You know,
So
different games. I'm heavily into gaming.
But before you get too far, co-hosts are automatic Patreon members, right?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, co-hosts are automatic Patreon members, right? I'm gonna ask you just like Bronny asked me.
I mean, I heard you, but I haven't figured that part out yet because especially since co-hosts want to, put people real ages out in the comments and whatnot. So we got to wait and figure that one out, sir. How about that one? But I am looking for another team on Call of Duty. I am looking for a unit. I need a unit until when my other boys get back on the game, they'll be part of my unit too. But also we got Battlefield supposed to be coming out with a new game that's gonna be fire.
You and Coach was a unit.
GTA gonna release GTA 6 at some point. Who knows?
2028 maybe.
We could also get into cars, talk cars over there. Your boy love his cars.
GTA come out.
What you say? What you say?
I said Reggie be a full 10 years old by the time GTA come out. Hey, remember he kept bringing up that 31st ranking,
and B, it was 32nd. It was 32nd. Thank you. And B,
well with that.
And B's arms will be bigger than a pretzel stick by the time GTA 6 come out too. How about that one?
My 12-year-old metabolism will wear off by then.
B will no longer be able to fit Charlotte's baggy thongs by then. How about that one?
Crazy work.
First of all, I ain't wearing damn thongs in the first place, so we ain't going there. The fact that you even thought of me in a thong is a pause.
First off, ain't nobody thinking you in the thong. I said you were Charlotte size earlier. That's how that plays in.
But I don't know how you
Charlotte size. That means if you're Charlotte size and Charlotte wears baggy thongs, you can wear one too. That's all that says. Anyway, y'all, the show is getting completely out of hand. That means it's time for us to go.
That means it's just starting.
It's been another. No, I'm not getting into the whole YouTube after dark. That's got to go on somebody else's channel.
You trying to build at an hour and 59 minutes. Don't rob
YouTube after dark belongs on somebody else's channel. Jay, let the people know where they can find you, sir.
I should know the answer, but Jay Fix on almost everything. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. We're releasing clips as of late, working on new skits, etc., etc. Blue Sky or Blue Net, Bluefish, One Fish, Two Fish, whatever. I'm not there yet, but we're getting there. We're thinking about it. But Facebook, just a lot of my gaming clips, nothing serious over there. But if you want to go check it out, then go right ahead. Yeah. That's all I'm doing.
And streaming on Twitch today, correct?
I don't know about that. Me and the missus got we started a show. I was saying, look, we started a show, right? you start a show called Smoke on Apple TV. Go check it out, by the way. Actually, pretty good. And I did promise her, once a new episode drops, we'll watch it and then review and talk about it afterwards. So I don't know about tonight, but definitely tomorrow.
Okay, so possible stream tonight. Definitely a stream tomorrow. Got you. Okay, Mr. Ghost, you want to let them know where they can find you, sir?
Man, doing my little thing in the club, making sure this is a 2-hour stream, by the way. I'm just letting you know now. So just made a Facebook page. That's new. A6 Ghost, Facebook. Whole new thing, like started 3 days ago.
And 2 hours.
New Sky. That's definitely something that's popping once in a while. I do need to put more links on that joint. But you can see my dog on Blue Sky all the damn time. I'm up. He be all on camera. YouTube, here, A6
TikTok
Ghost
as
page.
well, right?
Huh?
TikTok as well, right?
Nah, I ain't got no TikTok, but
Okay,
I do.
Jay has the TikTok.
I do have my merch store, a6ghost.com, which hoes be hoeing too.
Yeah, whatever he just said. Yeah. For me, y'all know, right here and only here. I mean, I am on Twitter, Big Reg, and Blue Sky. But outside of that, y'all don't look me up on Facebook. All right, I have a Facebook. Don't do it. Don't do it at all. Okay. Thank you. Now, that'll be it. But on the real, thank everybody for coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you share, subscribe. Come back and join us again next Friday. We love y'all. Enjoy your weekend. Stay blessed. Peace.